Hey folks, it's Fromark here with the Fromark Plays Show, and this time we're going to be looking at the classic 1994 Sega Genesis title, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. And weird thing about this game is it was actually initially two separate games. Well, no, it was initially planned as one whole game, but time constraints basically split this game in half, as it was released as Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. And that's actually Knuckles, that red dude that we just seen a second ago. He took all the Chaos Emeralds, and this game actually picks up where Sonic 2 leaves off. And speaking of the emeralds, they will actually be in these giant rings that appear. Some of these are pretty well hidden, but I actually had less of an issue getting to the Sonic 3 half of the emeralds. Like the special stages were easier to find. I feel like I play the Sonic 3 half a lot better. I like the Sonic 3 half a lot more, but whenever I go back and play the game, I will play it as it was intended to be one giant game. 'Cause it's actually a pretty good game, and I would easily put it in my top 10 favorite Sonic games. But yeah, this is Blue Sphere. This is a 3D special stage that is designed for Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. And if you put any game that's not Sonic 3 or Sonic 2 into the weird lock-on cartridge that is Sonic and Knuckles, it'll pull up just an endless loop of these kind of special stages. Also, that's the first Chaos Emerald there. So much already happening really early on in this playthrough. Because like I said, I'm a lot better at the Sonic 3 half. It's much easier for me to find most of the special stages pretty early on. But yeah, this game originally came out in 1994. Like I said, there was a 6-month gap in the release of Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 3 was kind of rush released to meet a McDonald's deadline that was going on. They had some kind of toy deal that was supposed to coincide with the release of Sonic 3, so they had to rush that out for that. And if that wouldn't have happened, they probably would have released the game as just one giant chunk. But of course, so my earliest experiences with Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles actually. So that would be, I didn't play the Sonic and Knuckles half until I got the Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube back in '06. But Sonic 3 I had actually played a few years before that. Like my same story of how I originally played Sonic 2 for the first time was because of this neighbor who also had Sonic 3. And like Sonic 2, I also had the same problem where when I got to the second zone, I just gave up because I didn't know what to do. So the earliest memories I have of Sonic 2, I just gave up in Chemical Plant Zone, and my earliest memories of Sonic 3, I gave up in Hydrocity. Or Hydro City. At this point I say Hydrocity. I used to say Hydro City. I don't really know which one it's actually supposed to be. But yeah, it was probably about 2007 by the time I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles, because the Sonic Mega Collection had this thing where you could unlock all these bonus games, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a whole was one of them, and so was Knuckles and Sonic 2, because if you so the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge is this weird lock-on looking thing, and you can actually stack a bunch of shit on it, and it's pretty cool. But the only other game that'll actually function with it is Sonic 2, and you can play as Knuckles in Sonic 2, which is another unlockable in Mega Collection. I actually wasted a lot of time in Blue Sphere. I'm not really the best at those special stages. I mean, I got a lot of them most of these were first take special stages. I think I only screwed up maybe 2 of them. Oh yeah, that time we can actually defeat that, whatever that's supposed to be. And that is the end of Act 1 of Angel Island, folks. And we go on to Act 2. Also, I want to point out that when this game is... Whoa, that was close. I want to point out that when this game is locked on... So in Sonic 3, you can only play as Sonic and Tails, or Sonic alone, or Tails alone. Kind of like in Sonic 2. But when you lock it onto Sonic and Knuckles, it allows you the option to play as Knuckles. Which makes sense, since Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's such a weird title. But I know plenty of people that say Sonic 3 Complete, or just Sonic 3. I mean, it's supposed to just be one mammoth of a game. And really, that's what they planned on it being back in the day when this was released. You know, it was kind of expanding upon what Sonic 2 did, and actually added like twice as many levels, and so much more to do. This game definitely one of the best games on the Sega Genesis, and definitely one of my top favorite Sonic games. Yeah, I'm willing to say this is probably the best Sega Genesis game out there. I'm sure just about everybody had a copy of Sonic 2 or Sonic 3. I mean, how could you not own a Sega Genesis? My earliest memories of this game go back even further to when I was like barely sentient. This was probably the late 90s, so I would have been like maybe 2 or 3. And I believe my parents, they said they had a Sega Genesis, and I think I remember seeing Sonic 3 in action a couple of times as some of my earliest memories. Yeah, the music here is absolutely banging. I just want to point that out. The stuff slaps. You can't argue with these tunes. And I actually want to point out, apparently Michael Jackson himself actually had something to do with the soundtrack of Sonic 3, but his involvement's kind of unknown, and as into what he did on what at this point. And this was around the time a lot of, allegations started coming out about him, so I'm pretty sure that's actually why they haven't re-released Sonic 3 at this point. Like, because there've been tons of ports of Sonic 1 and 2 on many different platforms, but there's less ways to get Sonic 3. And the PC version of Sonic 3 that came out about 4 years after this on Sega Genesis actually switched out some of the tunes. I mean, honestly, I think some of them are pretty good. I might make like a separate playlist to show those off, because some of those went pretty hard. I haven't really played much of the PC version of Sonic 3, though. Seen it's available on Steam, but I have already spent way too much money on Steam. These special stages actually make a comeback in Sonic Mania. They're like a little bonus thing you can do, and you get these coins at the end instead of emeralds. But it's still a neat little side thing you can do. But yeah, this is only part 1, and I've already got 4 of the Chaos Emeralds. I would say this is probably the Sega Genesis Sonic game that I've played the most of. After I got Sonic 3 and Knuckles unlocked on the Mega Collection, this is probably the one that I invested the most time into. Even though I like Sonic 2 a lot more. I would say Sonic 2 is probably my second favorite Sonic game, but This one I would say, I know I said top 10, but I'd probably even say top 5 caliber here. Oh yeah, and this is this thing, ear rape right here. Loud, ain't it? I can't hear anything! What? Look at Tails, can't keep up with any of this ongoing, them bombs dropping there. But hey, it looks like this is the first boss battle in the game. There's the evil Dr. Eggman himself. Back to his old stuff again, and actually the plot to Sonic 3 and Knuckles is that he tricks Knuckles into thinking Sonic's the bad guy, so that's why Knuckles starts showing up more often throughout the game to try to stop Sonic and Tails. See, there he is again. For some reason, part of his shoe sprite's like a brighter color than it is. I don't know if anybody else has ever noticed that, but when he's a playable character, it's like a more green color, but there it's like a bright yellow. Just a weird sprite thing I noticed. But yeah, this is Hydro City, or Hydro City, or however the hell you want to say it, City. Circuit City. Neon City, Pretty City. City City. City Walk. Anyway, yeah, this is the second zone in the game, and this is the zone that I would usually end my early playthroughs of Sonic 3 at. I don't know why. I don't remember how I kept getting stuck in this zone, but just something kept getting me stuck, and I didn't know how to proceed, so I would go back to Sonic 2, and then I wouldn't be able to get any further in it, so I think that was, I would say that was probably around 2003 or 2004, and like I said, I didn't get the Mega Collection on GameCube till late 2006, so that's when I really got the chance to sit down and play this, and I was definitely looking forward to doing a Let's Play of this. I've been wanting to do a Let's Play of this one specifically for a really long time because, well, I'm a little bit better at this game than the other two. And even though I'm actually not doing this live, I'm gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall and say that. And I actually want to point out that this is the first recording, the first upload or anything that I've done in weeks because I went through a bit of a hiatus to focus on personal stuff, and then I went on a vacation to Virginia, and it was the first time I ever got to see the ocean, and I actually got to swim in the ocean, and it was a really fun time. It was really cool stuff. But anyways, this is, I believe, the 5th special stage. I kind of lost count at this point because I made it through here so quickly. Wait, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the 5th one. And there were a few pretty close calls. There were a few times I thought I was gonna screw these special stages up pretty bad. See, one thing that always threw me off every time I made it to these in early playthroughs is if you don't get through here that quickly, Sonic and Tails start speeding up, and it just makes the special stage more difficult. And yep, that was the 5th special stage. So, interesting story, even though I don't have the videotape evidence to prove it anymore. The first time I attempted to do a Let's Play without even realizing it, it was early on when I had that Sonic Mega Collection. I tried to play a little bit of Sonic 3, and I figured out how to rig up my GameCube to the family VCR. And I recorded about a half hour worth of playthrough. I think it might have been even longer than that. And I remember passing it to my friends at school like, check this out. like I said, that was way before I even knew what a Let's Play was, and I think that was before, might have been before I even really knew what YouTube was. But yeah, I wish I still had that tape, because I used to have this huge collection of VHS tapes, mostly just NASCAR races I recorded back in 2010. I actually had the entire 2010 season. I didn't miss, well, actually I missed maybe 2 races that year. And then I had a bunch of other stuff, like just TV episodes, and I think at that point I still had this tape where I recorded all this GameCube footage. But yeah, it would be cool as heck if I still had that. But yeah, blazing through Act 2 here pretty quickly, and I want to point out more banging tunes here, as Hydrocity Act 2's music's probably one of my top favorite songs in the game. Also, I want to point out that Hydrocity Zone does get redone for Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania actually brings back a lot of really cool gimmicks and levels, but it also has it's got a mix of rehashed classic and new stuff. Definitely a game I would recommend to anybody. Hoping one day I can record that one for the channel. I think I might do that at some point now that I've covered the first 3 here and CD. Not sure what the next Sonic game is that I'll record. I would like to do as many as possible. Maybe I could become known as the Sonic YouTuber. Because out of every video game franchise that I've played, this is probably the one that I've played the most games out of and invested the most time into. It probably shows a lot in the first part of this playthrough. But yeah, there was a 2-week stretch where I didn't do anything with the YouTube channel, and I hate that I did something like that unannounced, because I actually lost a subscriber in the process. I don't know if it was because of doing that, or if it was just a dead account that finally got deleted. Could have been anything. Then again, I don't know. A lot of people don't really watch this channel. Woo, going down the slide. Here I go, down the slope. Zip zop zoop and a wop. But you see, I'm going back because I believe there was another special stage that I missed. And that is correct. That is absolutely correct. I would say out of all the special stages, this is probably the easiest one. I mean, it's probably my favorite one just because of the color scheme. It's got a nice wintertime aesthetic going, almost. And wintertime is coming up, at least at the time of this recording. And wintertime is my absolute favorite time of year, though fall is a pretty close second. Yeah, just cruising down the special stage, getting these blue sphere. Though it does, the only challenge about this one is it's pretty easy to get lost. I mean, there have been plenty of times where I got lost trying to figure out where the other few were. I can say that about the next special stage as well. It's actually the only one that I had a hard time with, and I actually attempted to record the next part and screwed up the special stage, so I missed out on a Chaos Emerald. And see, when you lose a special stage, the rings don't come back, and it saves that progress immediately. So if you lost a special ring and you want to go back because you knew where it was, you're shit out of luck. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, bud, but you're just shit out of luck. Oh, hey, what's going on here? Oh, man, it's Nux again. Oh, yeah, you notice some stars. It's kind of like, so in Sonic 2, how those were special stages, these are bonus stages. If I were to go into those rings, which I do a few times in the playthrough, they'll take you to randomized bonus levels. Or I think it depends on how many rings you have or which one you reach. I'm not really sure what triggers which one. But there's 3 different bonus stages. And yeah, this boss battle here is pretty cool. It's not too difficult though. You just gotta bounce at the right time. And hey folks, that's actually gonna do it for part 1, and I hope you'll tune in for part 2 of this playthrough, as we'll tackle Marble Garden and the rest of the playthrough from there.